What will this automation look like? What type of AI is going to be doing the work for us? For now, it's likely to be something called a chatbot, and it's something you've probably already encountered in your day-to-day life. In fact, if you use Alexa or Siri, you've used a chatbot. A chatbot is an AI entity that takes input in written or spoken form from a human being and uses something called natural language processing, or NLP, in order to understand what the input was. And then it determines the appropriate response to answer that question or to give to the human. What makes it artificial intelligence is the chatbot should get feedback from the human about if the response was a good response. And if it wasn't, come up with a better response. And over time, take that feedback and learn how to give better answers to the questions. The chatbot is going to learn through experience, just like you or I. At first, this kind of AI is a whole lot less exciting than having a Terminator. But chatbots are here today, and those are the AI entities that are going to have the biggest impact on our job in the near term. The value of a chatbot is it can answer the same questions over and over. The chatbot can communicate either through email or another message service like Slack or Facebook Messenger or some other chat program. How many of you have FAQ documents for your compensation and benefits questions? Raise your hands. Why do you have these? It's because you get the same questions over and over and you want to give a consistent answer. The name FAQ says exactly what it does. It answers frequently asked questions. But what's the problem with an FAQ? Nobody reads it. You still have employees that ask the same questions that are in the FAQ, and you simply copy and paste the answers from the FAQ into your emails that you send back to the employees. How frustrating and time wasting is that for you and your teams? Enter Jane, the HR chatbot from a company called Loca. Jane answers common employee questions, but also tracks the questions that are being asked and uses real-time analytics and applies sentiment analysis to the questions that are being asked, and then alerts HR leaders that there's certain issues that are starting to pop up so that we can take action to solve those problems. Let's say a bunch of your employees keep asking, hey, when are we going to get medical cards? Well, you obviously know that there's some sort of communication that has gotten missed or hasn't gone out that you need to send out in order to answer that question. That's just a simple, basic level of chatbot that you could use in HR. An employee asks a question, and the chatbot gives the answer. But why is this a better solution than having an FAQ or sending them the FAQ? The employee only has to ask their specific question. They don't have to read through all of the other questions to get to theirs. As humans, we like to just ask a question and get our answer. It's better than having to read it online or look it up online. Let's be honest with ourselves, we don't like to take the time to do that. Especially the higher up you go in the organization, the less time you feel like you have to look things up, and you just want a question to your answer to your question. The chatbot is going to answer it consistently. It'll be the same way every time, no matter who is answering the question or asking the question. It's going to do it instantly. It'll do it all day, every day. And if it's programmed to do so, the AI is going to learn which responses get better feedback from the employees and continue to learn how to give better answers to the questions. Besides Jane, there are other chatbots already working in HR. I explained earlier how Amy Ingram helps my friend Abby as a recruiting assistant, and Amy's not even an HR-focused chatbot. Recruiting has lots of chatbots, and they're helping to make contact with candidates and complete early rounds of screening interviews. One of them is Olivia by a company called Paradox.ai. And Olivia takes basic information that candidates give her via text messages and provides that information to the recruiters as initial screening information. This also helps improve the candidate experience by making it more personalized, real-time, and immediate. There are even twin chatbots, Wade and Wendy. Wendy is a recruiting assistant who, like Olivia, helps out with the recruiting process. And Wade is a career assistant who helps candidates with their job search. Wade takes information that job seekers give to him and matches it with possible opportunities. Another part of HR that has a lot of chatbots already is onboarding. Obi is an onboarding assistant that can be added to Slack to answer questions that new hires might have and follow up on their onboarding process. He was created by a company called Tacit, and he can be trained to answer all sorts of questions. And as I said, check in just to make sure that the new hires have completed all the tasks they need during their onboarding process. What do these chatbots have in common as I've just described them to you? They automate tasks that have to be done, but are done over and over, are repetitive and administrative in nature. These tasks, as I said, are important and they contribute to a great candidate and employee experience, but they're also the ones that we can automate. For many of you, I expect your first reaction to what I've just told you is to disagree with me and say there's things that machines just can't do in these processes. And you're thinking there's something special about the humanness that you deliver to your business partners, and it can't be replaced by a machine. Of course, there are times when you pick up the phone and talk to an employee or to a leader and work them through a problem that they're having. But if you're really being honest with yourself, most of your day happens through email exchanges that could be easily managed by an AI program that feels no less human than your response.